Okay, listen up, chronic injury sufferers. I have something for you that is going to completely change your approach to your injury if you are tired of repeatedly going to chiropractors, to acupuncture therapists, to physiotherapists, and they keep telling you one is muscular, one is spinal, one is degenerative, right? Just quit with that while you're ahead. Just let's diagnose this first, right? Okay, so I have it up here, and my screen's recording so I can kind of show you. Is the philosophy that we should always be following is to strengthen our weaknesses, right? And the reason why is because we need to go where the dysfunction is and not the pain, okay? The asymmetric weakness on my right hip that I have is a consequence of the movement patterns that I have experimented over the last, I would say, 3 months per my L5S1 disc herniation on the 28th of March. But now I'm starting to realize where the weaknesses are in my body. My ability to keep what is, my legs kind of parallel with my hips, as opposed to a resistance coming in, like say this way or this way, and the leg being able to hold this resistance. I am noticing and observing and experimenting with a tangible and palpable weakness in the right side comparatively to my left. So there is the target, guys. There is the target. Don't worry about, oh, I have an Achilles tear and therefore I need to go, here down this particular road. If it's not yielding fruit, that's what I should say. Just be a little bit more methodical about this. If you're tired of being in that complete cycle, we need to break it by going where the dysfunction is, not the symptom, not where the pain is. Like my pain is in my hamstring and in my piriformis. I'm not exactly going there. I'm more going to the lateral side, right? I'm not going to hamstring. I'm going to the glute med, glute min, and the stabilizers of the hip, and I'm strengthening those because that is precisely where I'm going to put you down so we can go through this routine together, because this is integral, in fact, for every single human being as well. Okay, so this is the test, right? We just need to find what patterns, what movement patterns, and specifically postures our body is having difficulty tolerating. And you know what the beauty is with this, when you approach it this way, guys, is you don't need any equipment. You just need to use gravity, the weight of your own body, in a way to find where that dysfunction is. And one of the ones that's integral to my rehabilitation at the moment is this kind of position, because the diagram I showed you earlier is describing the weakness that I'm having in my muscles' ability to keep this posture, this isometric contraction against gravity. So I'm exploring here, and then, you can do this very fluidly. You don't need to measure rep by rep, but intuitively I notice immediately my ability to keep this position is far more comfortable comparatively to this right hand side. And then maybe we test, some repetitions here. And in fact, that's probably more QL I'm noticing here. It's important to be very mindful when you're doing these exercises and just kind of taking a moment to kind of pause and breathe and going, is that working? And the answer is no. So what I want to do is I want to change the exercise. And one of the challenging ones that we want to get to is kind of this ability where I'm pushing my ankle against the ground. So as per the diagram, I'm abducting the leg. Yeah, I'm abducting the leg away. And that is the critical part that we're going to need to work on, we're going to need to strengthen. Now, if I swap over again and do a similar test, I will notice, again, my body's ability to push the right ankle. And I should probably stop cheating and holding the floor. Yeah, make sure you're using the same test parameters, but I feel a lot more confident in my body's tolerance to be able to do that on the left side comparatively to the right. So that's the philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Go where the weakness is, don't go where the pain is. Yeah, that isn't touching the pain that I experienced down the right hamstring, but what I've noticed is even doing that, you're getting slight relief to the area, because it's almost like you're pushing blood and nourishment and consciousness I know that's a little bit up in the air, but you're pushing your intention to kind of heal and strengthen and guard and build tolerance and defense is showing through, and therefore you will start to get relief in your symptoms, your pain. It's really encouraging when you're starting to notice that this is actually working and you don't need to be in that dark place. We'll speak soon.